Eco-design. Eco-design is a practice that aims to reduce the environmental impact of products and encourage sustainability. As society becomes more environmentally conscious, more and more companies are adopting these practices to improve the quality of their products and reduce their carbon footprint. Ecological design or eco-design is an approach to designing products and services that gives special consideration to the environmental impacts of a product over the entire life cycle. According to a McKinsey survey, more than 25% of the total revenue and profits across industries come from the launch of new products. Still, less than 1% of new products have sustainability as a design parameter. The eco-design approach, together with the market demand and the following regulations, are changing the way new products are designed. Why is this already important while a product is designed? The stats tell us that 80% of the ecological impacts of a product are defined in the design phase. The design phase of a product is therefore the first and most necessary stage to successfully get more sustainable and circular goods into the world. Eco-design and the circular economy. Eco-design goes hand in hand with the circular life cycle. It tries to avoid designing products that get discarded after only one use and have no further benefit after their end of life. The circular economy describes exactly that. In the ideal circular lifestyle, the end of life of products is considered the start of a new one, while the product's entire life cycle and its further uses were already taken into account during their creation. The EU Eco-Design Directive. But eco-design is not only an approach of product design. In the EU, there is an Eco-Design Directive that sets mandatory ecological requirements for energy-using and energy-related products that are sold in the member state. Currently, it covers more than 40 product groups that are responsible for around 40% of all EU greenhouse gas emissions. Now, the European Commission is discussing an expansion of an eco-design directive. The new directive is supposed to abandon product limitations and opens the door of the regulation of a wide range of additional product categories. The proposed directive is called the Eco-Design for Sustainable Products Regulation, ESPR, and is a centerpiece of the European Green Deal. In its current version, it would establish a new framework for product design, reporting, and labeling requirements. While the primary aim of the Eco-Design Directive was to reduce energy use, other factors like materials use, water use, polluting emissions, waste issues, and recyclability now come into consideration. The directive involves all companies that manufacture, import, distribute, or sell products in the European Union. Several non-EU countries, USA, Australia, Brazil, China, and Japan, have legislation like the EU Eco-Design and Energy Labeling Directives. Eco-Design Principles. When eco-design is applied, the sustainability goal is not always the same. While some products might be especially sustainable for a design that lasts a lifetime, others are more suited to be designed to be disassembled, reused, or dematerialized. Overall, the strategies aim at extending or closing the life cycle of products. Here are some examples of environmental consideration of eco-design. Materials with less environmental impact, fewer resources during the manufacturing process, less pollution and waste. Products cause less waste and pollution being used. Easier reuse and recycling. How can design minimize environmental impacts? Let's take a look at how eco-design works in practice throughout the product life cycle. Materials phase. The main goal of eco-design in the materials phase is the use of fewer or better materials in order to reduce the environmental impact of products. This could mean choosing materials that are recycled, recyclable, or biodegradable, non-toxic, easily reproduced, renewable, low waste, abundant, and long-lasting. Manufacturing phase. The main goal of eco-design in the manufacturing phase is to optimize process to minimize the negative environmental impacts. This means focusing on energy efficiency, producing less pollution, emission and waste, and remanufacture improvement around assembly, repairability, refurbishment, and disassembly. Distribution phase. The main goal of eco-design in the distribution phase is reducing the carbon footprint from transportation. Reducing, minimizing, and optimizing packaging materials for distribution also makes a big difference. Use phase. The main goal of eco-design in the use phase is energy efficiency, making sure that products use fewer resources and cause less waste and pollution when they are used by end users. Another key goal is extending a product's lifetime by designing products that are modular, easy to maintain, repair, upgrade, offer product as a service, lease, rent, share, and reuse. Do not forget about the second life. End of life phase. A core task of eco-design is to think about what happens at the product's end of life. The main goal is to maximize a product's value and minimize waste. It therefore goes against designing products that get discarded and usually get burned or buried. Whatever waste there is should go back to the producer to be used by consumers in a new context or be returned to nature without doing any harm. Factors to consider at this phase are take-back programs, recovery and recycling, waste management, use waste as a resource, design for dis and reassembly and upcycling. There are many examples of eco-design in all kinds of consumer goods, such as biodegradable furniture, wooden glasses and watches, bamboo toothbrushes, reusable coffee cups, clothes and shoes made from recovered plastic. Eco-design is also used in designing homes from using renewable and recycled building materials, buying second-hand furniture to optimizing energy efficiency systems to control temperature, lighting, and heat water. Eco-design offers smart and innovative design solutions that are not only good for the environment but last longer and look great